Grow Garden has released 145 seeds, and with the upcoming seed update, we are about to get a lot more overpowered seeds. So those thousands of seeds that are currently collecting dust in your inventory are finally going to get a purpose. Because basically, we are getting a brand new machine like the pet mutations. But instead of upgrading our pets, we are going to be upgrading our seeds. If you don't believe me, well, here's what the machine would look like in-game, or at least an early version of it, since it's very simple. Yep, as of now, it's just a gray box with a gray seed in the middle. But this is confirmed, as every few minutes in Grow Garden, they update their game and the hackers get secret files that leak the next update. And because this happens, I get to show you the first look at the brand new boxing machine. So here's everything you need to know about the upcoming seed update. And as of right now, the machine is currently called the boxing machine. Yeah, it sounds like a joke, and I don't know why they would give it that name, but it is real. It could just be some secret code name for now, but what's no secret is how it works. Yeah, the leakers confirm that this machine lets you input any seed you want, and after an hour, it will upgrade your seed. So with that information, how does this actually work? Well, after a few days of using my brain that's in this blocky head, I figured out how the update will work. Now, when I first heard about this boxing machine, I imagined you would throw a simple carrot, and in return, you would have a chance to get any seed in the game. And if you got super lucky, you would get something like a burning bud. But it quickly debunked my own theory, as I wondered if upgrading a carrot into a candy blossom was even possible. I don't think Janda would add that feature, so I'm unlocking another 10% of my brain power. Now, I figure if you put a carrot into the machine, you only have a chance to get what's inside Sam's shop, which could turn into an elder strawberry. And let's say you opened a brand new gourmet seed pack and you got an onion. Well, toss it into the machine and you could get anything from a jalapeno, crown melon, sugar glazed donut, tall asparagus, and if you're super lucky, the grand tomato. But again, what if you had a seed that didn't come from a seed pack, like the candy blossom? How would you upgrade this? And even categorizing these seeds as a rarity, it just doesn't make sense, because most players would probably die for this candy blossom seed, but it turns out it's actually more common than the grand tomato. Yep, the candy blossom had a 4% chance to get it in the event shop, and the grand tomato has a 0.5% to get it in the gourmet seed pack. So I don't think making an upgrade machine based on the seed's rarity would be a good idea. It'd probably just cause complications and angry players. When I equipped my detective hat, I realized that I was missing something very important from the upcoming update. You see, the leakers spotted that the developers were testing this machine with a rainbow seed. Now, why would they be testing this machine with a rainbow seed? Well, I'm about to explain why. If you don't know what the rainbow mutation is, it's one of the best mutations in Grow Garden. It's one of the two, other than gold, that can grow from the ground without a weather mutation, meaning that you have a 1% chance to grow a fruit with gold and a 0.1% chance to grow a fruit with rainbow. So, since rainbow is the best, the developers wanted to test how the boxing machine would upgrade a seed that is already labeled as the best. And they do that to catch any bugs or critical errors. But how did this one line leak the entire update? And how did I solve it? Well, if you've ever used the pet mutation machine, you would know where I'm going with this. You put a level 50 plus pet inside, wait an hour, when it comes out, it applies one of these mutations, like shiny, inverted, windy, frozen, tiny, golden, mega, and one of the rarest being rainbow. Interesting. Yeah, most of these mutations gives your pets the ability to add weather mutations to your pets in the form of how they look and applying that mutation to your crops. So why not create a machine that allows you to add a mutation to your plant before it even grows? Again, that's how gold and rainbow already works in the game. So the boxing machine can very much upgrade your seeds by giving them a mutation before planting. Because right now that's really only possible if you buy a rainbow seed from the forever pack. And I tried that and I got scammed because I thought this was a rainbow seed, but it's just an apple seed. Why? But in my hands right now is a real rainbow seed, and when planted it immediately applies a rainbow effect to all my plants. And yeah, I have a few of these. Do not show Jandel this footage. He may get very mad. But I'm showing you all these rainbow seeds because I have access to every mutation in Grow Garden. Yeah, I have secret admin controls. So I'm about to show you every mutation roll that you can get from the boxing machine, starting with the rainbow. Yes, I'm going to be mutating a lot of carrots in this video because honestly, carrots are kind of underrated. And there's going to be a lot of mutations to go through. And some you may have never knew existed in Grow Garden. So let's get started. This is gold. Most of you guys already know about this one. Yeah, it grows in the ground, so nothing too special. But next we have wet. And wet is just as wet as your Next we have windstruck. Okay, moving on, we have moonlit. I forgot how cool this one actually looks. Wow. Again, guys, a lot of these are basic, so we're we're just gonna go through them pretty quickly. Like we have chilled, chocolate, very tasty, pollinated. Pollinated is actually very cool to me because the bee event was one of my favorites. Next is sandy. Then we have clay. Guys, clay is a very disgusting mutation. But next we have verdant, bloodlit. Bloodlit's pretty cool. Happens during a blood moon. We have twisted, drenched. Okay, honey glaze. Honey glaze to me is just kind of disappointing. We have cloud touch, frozen. Now frozen, a lot of people hate, including myself. Like frozen just takes up way too much room. We have acidic, tempestuous, ceramic, friendbound. Friendbound is actually super cool. Not a lot of people have this because if you guys want friendbound, you have to get a friendship pot and max it out to the max level. Aurora. Aurora is super cool. One of my favorites. Oh, we have shock. Shocked has 100 times mutation. Pretty valuable, but not as valuable as paradisial. Then we have celestial. And finally, we have dawnbound. Now, dawnbound you can only get on a sunflower. And the craziest part about dawnbound is that it's 150 times multiplayer. You can only get this when 4 players are holding a sunflower during the sun god event. And that is all of our basic mutations. Let me know if you guys knew all of these. But now we are moving on to the limited time. And this one is a burnt carrot. We also have meatball and sauce, but I don't have access to these, so here's the pictures. And this one is amber. Again, very annoying mutation. Usually a lot of people have these on their burning buds or bone blossoms, then it takes up the entire map. Very annoying. It makes me very angry when I see amber on a plant. This is the cooked mutation and tranquil. Yep, this one very cool. I like the little symbols. Let me know if you guys know what this says in the comment section down below. But our next one is old amber. And old amber is a very weird because basically you have to have amber on a plant for 24 hours, and that is how you get old amber. You guys may have realized that I skipped over chakra and corrupted chakra, and that's because these are most likely not coming to the upgrade seed machine as they are limited time exclusives and they were removed from the pet mutation machine. So yep, goodbye chakras and a few of these other ones that I skipped over. But did you guys know we also have a zombified mutation? And finally, the ancient amber. Doesn't really look any different, but this has a 50 times multiplier. But if you thought 50 times was a lot, just wait until you see this next one. That is disco. There's actually a lot of ways to get disco. You can get it during a disco weather event, DJ Jai. It can also be applied with a disco bee, and there was also a disco spray mutation at one point. And that is officially all of our limited time mutations. And now we're moving on to the bestest ones, the admin mutations. Yeah, these get crazy, so I'm going to explain each one. Starting with Heavenly. Oh, wow, it's so pretty. And you can obtain this mutation during Floating Jandel, which is an admin event. This is Plasma, and you get it when Jandel strikes it during the Jandel storm with lasers. This is Molten. It's obtainable when touching magma during Volcano. Next is Blitzshock during lightning storms. We have Infected, very green. That's really all there is to it. This is Radioactive. This time we have a super glowing green one. Makes sense because it's radioactive, but you got this when the carrot rocket was in the game. Alien-like. Super, super, super cool. It's transparent in some places and blue in the other places. This one is Galactic. And you get this one when the island turns into a spaceship. Okay, in my hands right now is Meteoric. I feel like that's not what it actually looks like. I don't know why it looks like that. And our very last mutation, I guess, which is the most rare mutation in the entire game, is Void Touched. Pretty underwhelming, but yeah, this happens during the black hole. And I don't think I've ever actually saw this on any of my plants. And I've experienced the black hole a lot, so very, very rare. And it has a 135 times multiplier. So yeah, if it comes to the seed upgrade machine, well, you're gonna have the craziest, most expensive mutation. But what's even more expensive is this Void Touch Candy Blossom. Yeah, if you guys want this, let me know in the comment section down below with your Roblox username. And before I end the video, there was actually just a little bit more news on this update. Felt like I was missing something on the last week. It's unlikely that the boxing machine will do anything other than interact with seeds, as there's no foundation for anything else. Let me know if you guys know what that means. Bye!